Aragorn, Caspar, and Shima, plus the 4 youngsters from America, plus Apache and Cherokee from Switzerland, are to form a big pack during the coming weeks. 9 wolves, 9 characters.
You're just as blind as you look.
Where are they eating the microphones?
How will the adults get along with the youngsters?
Nanook lifts his leg during a stroll. That's a clear sign that he thinks of himself as the alpha.
Don't jump.
The dog pups, too, have grown to be real teenagers.
Bravo.
They're being kept and trained exactly like the wolves. And they go through the same tests. What's the difference between wolves and dogs?
Try something different.
That's what the team at the Wolf Science Center is trying to find out. Friederike Ranger, behavior scientist from Germany.
He's such a prankster. If he wants something, he wants it, without losing a thought over whether he actually should want it.
Sophie Virani, wolf expert from Hungary.
I think what's most interesting, what's going to happen in the future, because the students are making bets whether he or Cherokee will be the dominant ones.
Kurt Kotleshaw, head of the Konrad Lorenz Research Center.
Our relationship, Nanook, works mostly through treats, right?
And Bea Belady, the wolf whisperer.
These animals are relatively young. Problems, I expect at some later time.
4 people who have dedicated their lives to wolves.
Good night, wolfies.
They even sleep in the same bed. For half a year, Barbara and her film crew have regularly visited Ernstbrunn. At first, it always took a while for Aragorn, Caspar, and Shima to warm up to the camera. Meanwhile, they're relaxed right away. Will this change when they share a compound with the youngsters? Harvest season. There are lots of fruit trees in the enclosures, to the delight of the scientists as well as the wolves. Wolves, big and small, love ripe fruit.
Turning vegetarian? Our estimate is that right now the diet of the older wolves, the yearlings, is 80% fruit. That has been going on for 2 months. That's surprising because wolves are seen as total carnivores. But that's not the case. Dogs too can not only eat but also digest a considerable amount of plant food. Many dogs enjoy fruit. That seems to be a wolf heritage.
Who would have thought that? The killer of sheep is really a vegetarian? Sharing an apple with Aragorn is part of the everyday niceties in Ernstbrunn. Meanwhile, Sophie Virani starts the training sessions. In collaboration with the University of Vienna, the Wolf Science Center investigates the mental capacities of wolves. Sophie fills the reward machine, which is linked to the computer. Without treats, the wolves won't do computer work. The touch screen is an ideal way of watching certain thought processes without any human interference.
Tatonga. Tonga. Ja, super. Bravo. Only Tatonga.
But before Tatonga can work on a specific task, she has to learn how a touchscreen works. The camera is still unfamiliar, so the female wolf needs a little more convincing than usual. The construction work for the new wolf installation is close to completion. One compound is ready, and the first wolves are already on their way from their original quarters.
Slowly, 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 slowly. Wait, 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 wait.
Sophie, Federica, Rita, and Kurt accompany the 4 American youngsters to their new home. Walking with a single wolf usually means lots of action. With several wolves, even the pros run out of breath.
Slow down.
Yukon. Da kann sie den. Genes! Genes! Hierher. Super. Geronimo.
Na, mit der kurzen Leine hat er kein Problem.
It's getting worse and worse, but that's the worst part.
Once the panic attacks are over, all is well.
Geht's hier wieder.
Ready? Tatonga, Nanook, Yukon, and Geronimo now have 8,000 square meters to run, horse around, and explore.
Jetzt haben wir das gut für them? Ja.
Come.
Gehege sind
The
natürlich.
compounds are much bigger and more structured. If there are tensions, a wolf can slip away for a while. We'll see whether that'll be useful. It's an improvement at any rate.
Es ist auf jeden Fall wesentlich schön.
Even when they stormed in, it was obvious wolves look so much better in such a natural setting.
Besser aus.
Will the new situation change anything for the scientists?
Also unser Leben wird sich natürlich hier sehr entspannen.
Our life will be more relaxed here, with the 2 big compounds.
Wir müssen nicht ständig
We have the new testing house that also makes work easier.
arbeiten dann auch.
I hope that we can move forward
Dass die Arbeit
and can go home at normal hours, before 9 or 10 at night.
normalen Zeiten und nicht erst um 9 oder um 10.
We have so many plans, so for science and also for the education program, so from the zoo point of view. So it's just becoming possible finally to do them. I think that's the main thing. But I'm really looking forward to seeing these animals growing up and getting old. So this I'm really curious about, how they will change over the years, how their relationships will change, how the packs will change. Seeing these things in the wolf packs and the dog packs, I am really curious about this.
Jetzt.
Aber das sieht man auch wieder jetzt.
It's so typical. Now that they have this big area, which they certainly haven't explored yet completely, they are all here and want to be groomed. You are just dogs, aren't you?
Nicht nur Hunde, oder?
October 21st, a glorious autumn day, a good omen. Solemnly, the 3 scientists and Prince Royce dedicate the Austrian Wolf Science Center. For Barbara and her team, it's time to say goodbye to the animals who have enriched their lives for 1.5 years. But she hopes to be back. From now on, anyone who likes can visit the Wolf Science Center and watch the scientists as they work with the wolves.